Hello everyone, welcome to iExam B. My name is Anshul Malik and I am your reasoning mentor. Students, आज के सेशन में मैं एनालिटिकल रीजनिंग को डिस्कस करूँगा जहाँ पर मैं स्टेटमेंट एंड कंक्लूजन के कुछ बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट और उसके 10 इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस आपसे डिस्कस करूँगा। आई होप आप इस वीडियो को ध्यान से समझेंगे क्योंकि एनालिटिकल रीजनिंग में बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को कन्फ्यूजन रहती है, तो आज उस चीज़ को हम क्लियर कर देंगे। तो सबसे पहले स्टेटमेंट एंड कंक्लूजन को लेमन टर्म में समझने की कोशिश करते हैं कि कंक्लूजन का मतलब क्या होता है। कंक्लूजन का मतलब होता है आउटकम और इसको हम इन्फ्रेंस भी बोलते हैं। तो आप कंफ्यूज मत हो जाना इन्फ्रेंस और कंक्लूजन को लेकर, क्योंकि ये दोनों एक ही चीज़ हैं। ठीक है, तो कोई भी किसी भी चीज़ के बारे में आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन दे रखी हो, आप उसे समझने की कोशिश कीजिए, आप उस पे ओपिनियन बनाने की कोशिश कीजिए। उस ओपिनियन बनाने की प्रोसेस को कंक्लूजन कहते हैं। आप जब भी ओपिनियन बनाते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, तो वो राइट भी हो सकता है या फिर रॉन्ग भी हो सकता है। ठीक है, यानी वो लॉजिकल भी हो सकता है आपका ओपिनियन और इलॉजिकल भी हो सकता है। अगर आपका ओपिनियन जो आपने बनाया है वो बिल्कुल राइट है तो उसको हम डेफिनेट कंक्लूजन बोलते हैं। अगर आपका जो ओपिनियन बनाया है वो रॉन्ग है तो हम उसे इनडेफिनेट कंक्लूजन बोलते हैं। बेसिकली स्टेटमेंट एंड कंक्लूजन में आपको एक स्टेटमेंट दे रखी होती है, उसके बेसिस पे आपको 2-3 कंक्लूजन दे रखे होते हैं। तो आप ओपिनियन बनाने की कोशिश कीजिए, आप देखिए जो हमने आउटकम निकाला है वो राइट है, लॉजिकली करेक्ट है या गलत है। तो उसी को हम डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे 2 पार्ट्स में, दैट इज़ डेफिनेट कंक्लूजन और इनडेफिनेट कंक्लूजन। जो कंक्लूजन फॉलो करेंगे वो डेफिनेट की कैटेगरी में आएंगे, जो कंक्लूजन फॉलो नहीं करेंगे वो इनडेफिनेट की कैटेगरी में आने वाले हैं। तो आपको सिर्फ 2 काम करने हैं। सबसे पहले आप डायरेक्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन को चेक करो। ठीक है, यू हैव टू चेक द डायरेक्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन जो आपको दे रखी है। और दूसरी चीज़, आप ओपिनियन बनाने की कोशिश करो और दिए हुए कंक्लूजन से उसको मैच करो। आप अपने आंसर तक ऑटोमेटिकली पहुंच जाओगे। तो बस आप ये काम कीजिए। और किसी भी चीज़ के बारे में अगर आपको कुछ भी इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं दे रखी है, नॉर्मली कंक्लूजन में जो चीज़ें प्रेजेंट होती है वो स्टेटमेंट में नहीं हो सकती, तो आप कुछ भी कंक्लूड नहीं कर सकते। तो आप ओपिनियन बनाने की कोशिश मत कीजिएगा जब आपको स्टेटमेंट में कुछ नहीं दे रखा हो। तो ये जो फंडे हैं वो आप अपने दिमाग में रखें। आई थिंक नाउ यू आर रेडी टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चंस ऑफ स्टेटमेंट एंड कंक्लूजन. Let us solve next question. In next question, a statement is given to you. Statement is, in the Q&A portion, Miss Mittinera fielded a tough and timely question regarding immigration about whether or not countries have an obligation to accept the refugees. Your conclusions are, Miss Mittinera answered the question asked, and your second conclusion is immigration is not a major problem worldwide. Since it is clearly mentioned in your statement that she fielded a tough and timely question, means she answered it. So your conclusion first will clearly follows. However, your conclusion second will not follow, because in the statement it is nowhere mentioned that immigration is not a major problem worldwide. So this conclusion will not follow. Hence the correct answer for this particular question is option number 1. So let us discuss the first question. In the first question, a statement is given to you. Let me read that statement. Iran is understood to have reversed last year's decision to slash the credit period for oil payment from India and issue more generous guideline. Now 2 conclusions are given. Basis on the statement, you have to check whether this conclusion follows or not. So let me read the first one. Now India will have more time to make the payments for oil imported from Iran. So in the statement it is clearly mentioned that Iran has reversed its last year's decision, which was to lower the credit period. This means now this period has been increased and thus India has more time to make the payment. So our conclusion first will follow. Let me read the second conclusion. Importing oil from Gulf countries will now be much easier and cheaper for India. Your conclusion second does not follow because nothing about all Gulf countries has been mentioned in the statement. So your correct answer for this particular question is option number A, that is conclusion first follows. In the next question, a statement is given to you which is followed by two conclusions. So your statement is, once a property is listed under OYO, it must meet a stringent list of quality and price standards. Accordingly, let me read two conclusions for you. Your first conclusion is properties listed under OYO are of good quality. And second one is one property can only be listed once on OYO. So if you focus on your first conclusion, it clearly follows because the list of quality standards of OYO is stringent and should be met by the property to be listed under OYO. We can say that because it is clearly mentioned in the statement. So our conclusion first will follow. However, conclusion second will not follow because this statement cannot be said with any kind of certainty. Therefore, our correct option for this particular question is option number 1, that is conclusion first follows. Let me read next question for you. Your statement is, it was one of the last model of scooter that Bajaj produced before they switched to motorbikes. And your conclusion is Bajaj makes motorbikes and Bajaj keeps switching to different products. Since Bajaj switched to motorbike, it is certain that it makes motorbike. Therefore, your conclusion first will follow. However, we cannot say that Bajaj keeps switching to different product because it is nowhere mentioned in the statement. Therefore, your conclusion second will not follow. Hence, the correct answer for this particular question is option number 1. Your conclusion first will follow. Let us solve the next question. In next question, a statement is given to you. Let me read the statement for you. In the case of Punjab National Bank fraud, letters of undertaking were issued by passing the bank's reporting system. The 3-tier audit failed to detect the malfeasance. Your conclusions are 3-tier audit is a fault proof, and second conclusion is a fraud has occurred in Punjab National Bank. So from conclusion second, we can say that it clearly follows because a fraud is definitely happened in Punjab National Bank. So our conclusion second will clearly follows. And since the 3-tier audit failed to detect the malfeasance, it cannot be said to be a fault proof. Therefore, your conclusion first will not follow, and the correct answer for this particular question is option number 2, that is only conclusion second follows. Let us discuss the next question. Your statement is, voters in Tripura once again came out in large number for the assembly election on Sunday, with initial estimates putting the turnout at almost 90%. Accordingly, two conclusion is given to you. Your first conclusion is turnout may drop below 90%. As we know that 90% of the people have already voted, this number may only go up but not down. So your conclusion first will not follow according to your statement. Second is, your once again is mentioned over here, and your conclusion is voters in Tripura have come out for the elections previously as well. So once again is mentioned over here. So your conclusion number second will clearly follows. Hence, the correct answer for this particular question is option number 2, that is conclusion second follows. Let us now discuss the next question. Your statement is, in trying to match the left in terms of organizational muscle, the BJP banked on RSS and larger Parivar to provide its heft it needed in the campaign. And your conclusions are: the left has a good organizational strength, and second conclusion is the BJP had its own team within the party to provide weight to the campaign. So your conclusion first will clearly follows, because it is clearly mentioned that BJP was trying to match the organizational muscle of the left. However, your conclusion second will not follow, as BJP banked on RSS and larger Parivar to provide its heft it needed in the campaign. So your conclusion number first will follow. Hence the correct answer for this particular question is option number 1. Let us solve the next question. Your statement is: the local council polls won resoundingly by Sri Lanka People's Front, which has the backing of the former president, have brought to fore popular disenchantment with the ruling parties, particularly over unemployment and rural distress caused by the drought. And accordingly, two conclusion is given to you. Your first conclusion is local council polls were held biannually, and your second conclusion is two parties were competing from the area. So if you focus on both the conclusion, neither of them can be inferred from the statement, because there is nowhere mention about that local council poll were held biannually and only two parties were competing from that area. So the correct answer for this particular question is option number 4, that is neither one nor second follows. Let us solve the next question. Your statement is: there is a talk of a cabinet reshuffle as a means of settling the differences between the two parties, but the durability of the alliance remain in doubt. Your conclusions are: the two parties want the difference to be settled, and your second conclusion are: the reason for the difference is the series of misunderstanding. So if you focus on the first conclusion, it is clearly mentioned that parties are going for cabinet reshuffle, which means they want their differences to be settled. Therefore, conclusion first will follows. However, your conclusion second will not follows, as it cannot be inferred from the statement that there is a series of misunderstanding between them. So your conclusion second will not follow. Hence, correct answer for this particular question is option number 1. Let us solve your next question. Your statement is: according to one Gujarat based study, a majority of RSBY insured patients ended up spending about 10% of their annual income during hospitalization, because hospitals still charging them unsure as they were when they would be compensated. Your conclusions are: hospitalization for insured patients is not yet beneficial, and your second conclusion are: the hospitals do not rely much on the government scheme. So if you focus on your conclusion number 1, it clearly follows, as insured patients ended up spending 10% of their annual income, which clearly means that the hospitalization for insured people is not beneficial. Hence, it clearly follows. However, if you read your second conclusion, that the hospital do not rely much on the government scheme, so it cannot be inferred from the statement, because this thing is nowhere present in the statement. Hence, conclusion second will not follow. The correct answer for this particular question is option number 1. Let us solve the next question. Your statement is: scheduled tribe and rural households typically missed out the benefits of the scheme, while richer quintiles of the population benefited. Accordingly, two conclusion is given to you. Your first one is: the unaware lot missed out on the various benefits, and second conclusion is: one should be aware. Your conclusion first clearly follows, because it can be clearly inferred from the statement that unaware missed out on various benefits. However, your conclusion second will not follow because it cannot be directly inferred from the statement, and there is nowhere mentioned this line in your statement. Hence, conclusion second will not follow, and the correct answer for this particular question is option number 1. I hope you are now clear with statement and conclusion, and thanks for watching iExamB.